Hey guys, this is a little video review from this past Sunday for with our scrim against other college teams and our team. We just want to give you guys some things to think about entering College Cup and Saturday practice. Um, yeah.
Okay.
So if you start playing,
Yeah,
okay.
we'll play the video, and as we go through the race piece, we'll give out some notes and pointers that we see.
Yeah. So, well, I guess before the video starts, I think some things that me and Josh saw after reviewing the video a lot. We see that start off. I think Steph, your catch could have a bit more finesse to it. You're very heavy with it, and I think be a you can evenly distribute your power throughout your entire stroke, and not just have a very strong front half and a weak back half, but a more equally strong stroke, like full stroke.
Okay, moving on to Josh W. On 3 right, you're over here. Let me. Um, your top arm. Uh, I'd like you to press it away throughout the entire stroke. Right now, you're pulling it out prematurely at the end of that stroke. You see how it comes out now and a bit earlier than the rest of the boat right now. See that coming up? Also, I want you to enter that blade at a positive angle. It looks like you're entering pretty vertical and maybe even negative here compared to Anjali. So that's pushing your paddle back really fast, which makes you want to pull it out uh, faster than everyone else too soon. And then on that recovery, don't bring the top arm towards you, which is right here. You see that top arm kind of bend. I want you to keep that top arm away. So think about lifting that top arm from this hand, not from your elbow or your shoulder as you recover. And make sure to keep your head up. It kind of slams up and down.
Okay, and then for Darsh, you're 5 left. I want you to incorporate a bit more rotation from your torso. So you see, like you're very stiff right now, where you're sort of like you're rocking back and forth ish, but you're not using your rotation and you're not reaching your full length. You're not able to stretch your lat all the way, so you're missing a lot of length from your stroke. So a good thing to think about is since you're since you have a good reach, you should be able to reach the seat in front of you as you when you're entering the water. And then similarly, so for Justin, you're 5 right. Um, Same sort of concept. I want you to incorporate a bit more rotation from your torso, so your inside shoulder doesn't have to come up as high. And then same thing, you should be able to reach the seat in front of you with your rotation. Um, and if you could lean more a bit, if you could lean more from your hip or hinge more from your hip, that will also help.
Okay, moving on to Albert and Ian. Albert, you are 6 left over here. And Ian, you're right behind Albert right there, that head poking out. I want you guys to rotate into your stroke so that your top arm doesn't have to come up and over you. You can see kind of right here, Albert, both of y'all are kind of leaning out of the boat because you want to kind of stack those hands. Uh, Make sure to rotate from that torso so that your arm kind of comes across you, your top arm, rather than up and over your body. Yep.
Okay, and then Yewon, you are 9 left, so you're like right there, right there. I want you to stack those hands on top of each other, and during this piece, you might have gotten tired. Even though you get tired during the piece, I want you to keep those hands stacked. It will help your stroke a lot better.
Okay. Andrew, you are 9 right over here. See that arm? I want you to press that top arm away and down for the whole duration of that stroke. Right now, it's only coming down and not away. You see that downwards pressure? I want you to think of pressing away something you don't like, right? Away from your face and down. That will contribute to that feeling that you're pressing against something instead of just slicing through the water if you press away as well as that downward pressure that you already have.
Okay. And then Joe, you are 10 left, so you're back there. I want you to use that body and like lean with it. And especially when you're tired. So like you see yourself right now, you're sort of like for the most part sitting pretty straight up. And then you're pretty much arming your whole stroke. Yeah, don't do that. Your arms are smaller muscles compared to your back, your legs. Use those bigger muscles to get more strength from your stroke.
Okay. And now moving on to feedback for everyone in the boat. For everyone, starts. Starts are really important. We need to be more explosive with that. We kind of worked on it after this race piece. To be more explosive, that first stroke will kind of have a shorter timing than the rest, right? It'll go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It'll slowly lengthen out as we go, but we need to be really explosive with that first stroke. And to help with that, we need a faster recovery so that it matches your strokers. So for that recovery, let's say we take a stroke, and I want you to think of getting back in front to kind of get ready for that second stroke. So once you take a stroke, the first stroke should go 1, and recovery should go right into that second stroke. To also help with that start, since it is going to be a lot faster than what we've been doing, right? We want to keep our bodies forward. If we keep our bodies forward, that means that we don't have enough time on that start to sit all the way up. So we want to keep our bodies leaned forward so that we're not sitting all the way up. Okay.
Okay. And another thing for the whole boat is that as a whole crew, we need to hinge a bit more from the hip, and this will help lean your body weight more towards the front of the boat. And then when you're hinging from your hip, you should also feel a slight stretch in your glute, and it will help engage your whole leg a bit better. This will help you get a slightly more positive angle with your paddle and to reach out an extra inch or two in front of you.
Okay. Last but not least, for the whole boat, on that catch. So on that catch, I want everyone to be more patient with it. What that means is that once you touch the water, right, I don't want you to start pulling. I want you to start pulling once that blade is fully buried. So be patient, fully bury that blade, and then pull, right? That's how we pull the maximum amount of water. You also don't need to waste your energy slamming, sort of like what Steph is doing, right? You don't need to slam and then pull. Slam and then pull. Distribute that energy throughout the entire stroke. So you could lessen up that power at the very start of the stroke and distribute it evenly throughout the entire stroke. Also, don't slice the water. So imagine that you are pushing the water back, right? If you are really negative with that blade and you're trying to pull back, you're just going to slice through it. Michael and I can demonstrate in person what that means if you are unsure. And that's all the feedback we have for you guys. If you guys have any questions for the feedback that we gave you, please let us know. Also, if we didn't give you individual feedback, or even if you got feedback, just remember that all of this that we've talked about is applicable to everyone, right? So please don't feel like we're picking on you or anything like that. We just want everyone to get better, and yeah, everyone can improve their technique. Okay, is there anything else?
No, I think that's pretty much it.
Okay.
Bring this to Saturday practice and try your best to make those corrections. And we're going to also have another video review on Saturday.
Yeah, so thank you guys for watching all the way to the end of the video. If you've watched to the end, please put your favorite emoji in the Discord so that we know that you've watched this far. Okay. Thank you guys. See you guys at College Cup. Woo! Okay, let me end the video. Bye-bye.